There's so many directions to go there, but I am really curious and love your thoughts on what you call like esoteric fitness and basically trying to encourage people to quit the gym, not in the sense of become lazy and do nothing, but get out of the gym environments, get out of the boxes and the machines. Say more about why that's why you're passionate about that and how it integrates into your life and your fitness.
This was huge for me because as I began to embrace the sun, I'd find myself in the gym looking out the window saying, gosh, it's a beautiful day. I wish, I wish I could be out there, but I have to be in here to bench press and do squats
Yeah.
and try and get fit. But then I stumbled upon this place called Original Muscle Beach in Santa Monica. I was riding my bike and saw people playing on chin up bars and climbing ropes and swinging on rings. And this is a very unique place. It was built during the 1930s, the Great Depression. It's been around almost 100 years now, and people just gather there to play and to train. And it's a unique place that should really be in every area, every city or center,
Yeah.
every town should have a place like an adult playground, essentially. And I loved my time there. The vibrations were very high. People were very happy. I felt great being there and afterwards. And then I just decided to keep going back and quit my gym membership. And what I learned over time was that part of the reason why it felt so good because I was getting access to sunshine, which we already talked about, but also fresh air. So inside of a gym, you've got a lot of stagnant air. There's spraying chemicals. People have perfume. People are farting.
Hmm.
You're breathing all this in, and it's not the best. When you go outside, you've got fresh, vital air straight from the trees, even oceanside. If you're near an ocean, this air is charged with negative ions and all kinds of vitalizing factors, terpenes, phytoncides from the trees. These increase mood, these increase immunity, and it's an amazing part of this process. Another aspect is grounding. So if you can be barefoot while you're training outside, now you're getting
Yeah.
more negative ions. You're stacking these benefits together. And from the perspective of health and vitality, this is such an amazing trade-off moving from the gym out in the nature where you can access all these vitalizing forces.
Yeah, it's incredible, man. It's funny because it's one of my biggest personal contradictions about gym and fitness too, which I'm living through. And I love the gym, and it's taught me so much. And I love the group that I train with. I love the pursuit of fitness, and I feel that very contradiction you was talking about, like the lights, the flickering, the inside nature of it all. It's just like, man, I wish I could wave a magic wand and rip the roof off this place and just train outside. And I try and square that circle with I'm mostly an outdoor human. I spend an enormous amount of time outside. So I think, that it can offset some of that. But for most people, that's not the case, right? It's you see these statistics that 95% of the average human's life is lived indoors. And that can include some of these healthier environments. Like they are going to the gym, but then they're going to the gym, to the car, to the office, to the office, to the house, to the house, to the bed, and rinse and repeat, and never getting outside, never breathing that fresh air, never letting the dogs touch the grass, like you said. And it's such a shame because I feel like feeling is believing. And once you've felt the power of that, it's hard to deny that sunlight, grounding, nature, being by the ocean. Man, it's actually funny. The original Muscle Beach you referenced there, I don't know what age I was, but I took a family vacation there. It was a long time ago, and it was before I was super into all of this. And I remember seeing it and being inspired by what was happening there, like those super long ropes that people were climbing, just being like, wow, that's really inspiring, but also a little bit self-conscious because I couldn't access or do anything cool. And I think that was probably one of those waking up moments like, hey, this is possible for you too. But I love that you use the term an adult playground. I think that's really cool. And I think you've got a unique perspective on that, how we shouldn't take life so seriously all the time, and that play as a philosophy and also as a movement practice. Why is it so important for you to kind of step outside the bounds of traditional fitness and traditional, also everything so serious, and be a bit more playful about life?
It's such a powerful state to access. It's an amazing energy field where possibilities open up. You're able to tap into a more childlike nature. You don't take things quite so seriously. And it is a practice. It's something that you do have to intentionally do as you become an adult. And like you mentioned, where we have to spend so much time inside, we have to spend a lot of time also in a non-play state, in a very serious, productive, linear thinking mode. And being stuck in that state can really wreak havoc on the
Right.
body mind because you're not letting loose. And this is the ancestral way that mammals of all kinds release stress. You see all animals in the wild are playing. For them, it's usually a form of play fighting. You'll see dogs do it, trying to get at each other's necks and rolling around. And I think that for humans as well, for us, play fighting is probably one of the best ways to release stress, especially for men. And there's a million ways to play. We've invented so many, infinite over time. And finding something, anything to do with friends outside. Barefoot soccer is a great one. I think you can get a soccer ball for $10 on Amazon, and it just taps you back into this childlike state where you're laughing, like uncontrollably laughing, just completely in the moment. And being able to tap into that is so great. It's such an amazing way to relieve stress, and bringing that to your community is such a great gift. Just enrolling others to say, let's go play barefoot soccer today. Let's wrestle,
Yeah.
do something, just make that happen, and your life will really get a heck of a lot better.
Yeah, agreed, man. I'm sure you're familiar. I think it's a Chinese proverb. It's the we don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. So that play is a way to stay young. You mentioned that kind of like childlike curiosity, fun. I really see that in people that have maintained it healthily through aging. However they're doing it, whether they're playing padel or pickleball or pick up basketball, or they're out, wrestling the young guns. Like, it keeps them young. Of course, like, Father Time is coming for all of us, but that playful, youthful state of mind is it can be there right to the very end days. All right, friends, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Radical Health Radio. We got a fresh new podcast for you every Wednesday. If you enjoyed the show, consider liking, subscribing, reviewing, and rating us on your podcast platform. It helps to spread this message of radical health. We'll see you next week.